In the 2013 budget, you remember that, yes, some benchmark has been set, but the House has recommended it be jacked up from $75 to $82 per barrel, and all of those going back and forth about the medium-term expenditure framework between the National Assembly, or the House of Reps now, and the executive. Well, that matter also pops up. But remember, yesterday, the central bank governor was invited. He did appear before the House's committee, and they also did touch on that aspect. So we'll serve you that, and we'll take it from there.
The governor of the central bank arriving at the venue of the House of Representatives panel on the medium-term expenditure framework 2013 to 2015 fiscal bill. At the hearing, the governor spoke on some aspects of the document.
And if you want to improve the revenue profile, you should focus on things where you have control. The problem with the government revenue is not the benchmark. It is NMPC not meeting output requirements and are not having the right investments in production, which I suppose with the PIB, we should get the investments to expand output capacity. It's also about the amount of oil that is being stolen in the Niger Delta and fiscal leakages. If you actually focus on having a right investment environment, improving productive capacity, moving output to 3.2 million barrels a day, and blocking all those leakages from bunkering and stealing in the Niger Delta, you won't have any problem.
Like every meeting between the federal lawmakers and the CBN governor, the event was not without any incident.
And then we said 10 a.m. yesterday. And 10 a.m. yesterday, Mr. Governor, it was not only that you were not here, you couldn't get any of your deputy governors to be here. And we felt that it was either we were taking this issue too seriously, or at least somebody felt it was not as important.
I got a text from one of my staff saying we are at the National Assembly, they're insisting on you coming personally. I replied, I said, was I invited? If I wasn't around, why wasn't the deputy governor told? I cancelled all my meetings for this morning. I came here at 20 minutes to 10. I was sitting here until almost 10:30. The committee was not here. So I would like to say that I don't have any problems with the National Assembly. I don't know if NAS has a problem with me. I don't have a problem with the National Assembly. There is no consultation. There's no telephone conversation. Nobody asks me what my diary looks like. Nobody asks me what my program is. Nobody asked me if I've invited. I'm sorry.
You are part of a government, and the president sent in a document.
Mr. Chairman, sir.
Eventually, the event brought its focus back on fiscal and economic matters. The Joint Committee is expected to submit its recommendations to the House for consideration and subsequent approval.
And that's where we take off from. Well, we're joined now by Nweke Jnr, who is the DG, Nigeria Economic Summit Group. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you, guys. It's good to see you.
Well, it's interesting, the goings-on between the executive and the National Assembly, but this time the House of Reps, such that this budget benchmark crude oil price, how does this come across to you? The fact that they're asking, jack it up from what you brought to 82.
Well, I just want to say clearly that in my personal capacity, as the Director General of the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, a group that has very keen interest in the management of the Nigerian economy, we are not in support in any way whatsoever on this perennial altercation between the legislature and the executive. In particular, this latest jack-up in the benchmark price for the budget 2013 is ill-advised. Indeed, when I first saw this when I first got information about this yesterday, I described it as tragic, totally ill-advised, ill-informed, and in my view, we will have to face the music if it stands.
But you always say that we have to perform our duties. In fact, for instance, when they did say that they couldn't receive the president to present the budget, is because they had to first of all sort the medium-term expenditure framework out before they look at this annual budget of 2013. And they're in order for that.
It is good to perform your duty, but you must understand how you should perform this duty. Okay? I do not think that you should pitch yourself in competition against another arm of government in order for you to perform your duty. I believe that you must always act in the best interest of the people of this country. And in this particular instance, I do not think that the current position of this National Assembly serves the interest of the Nigerian people. Okay? Because you must understand that you do not live in isolation in the world. You're not acting in isolation in the world. These things might seem like domestic policies, no, it is our business, but all of us know that it is not exactly our business. The global economic community is watching. These things have implication for the value of the naira. They have implication for the management of Nigeria's macroeconomic environment. It has implications for how we prepare for the rainy day. The same way we were able to save money over a period in the between 1999 to 2007, and which helped us to really ride the wave at the peak of the global economic crisis. It's the same way that we cannot now conclude that such a situation will never arise again. So how you go about doing your job, how you understand the economic environment, the dynamics, it's important, okay? It's important. And so what I would urge in this instance, is that the relevant committees in the National Assembly should be encouraged, okay, to gain better understanding of some of the things we're talking about here. I don't want to condemn them. Yes, probably this is the way they feel they can best serve the Nigerian people, but enlightened citizens know better. And we would urge them to gain better understanding of what is going on in this economy, okay?
That, by implication, means that, members of the National Assembly are not perhaps enlightened. Because, sometimes when they take these decisions, I do not believe that, or one would not believe that they're taking it so as to drag the country backward. Do you think that they have explored all means of communication? Yesterday was supposed to be a public hearing, as it were, on why exactly the benchmark price was $75. This is the medium-term expenditure framework from 2013 to 2015, and they're saying peg it at $82 per barrel. You think that figure is not safe enough?
Well, I'm not so sure I understand your point of view, Mope. And I'm not in any way suggesting that the National Assembly is not enlightened, that members are not enlightened. You have some of Nigeria's brightest people in that place, some of them. Very smart people, highly educated, very exposed, deep, strong intellect. I respect all of them. I have a lot of friends, some even family there. But we're talking about the future of our country. We're talking about economic management. And what I would urge you to do is this thing. Look at someone, say, in the caliber of the coordinating minister of Nigeria's economy. Okay? I haven't had the privilege of working with her in the cabinet. And with the kind of record we left, at the time we left government in 2007, I personally, and I think most Nigerians agree, the global community agrees, her background, her capacity, and her managerial skills are not in contention. It's not in doubt. Okay? It's not like you have someone who's new, who's coming to test her skills and trying to see whether she can fix something. This has been done before. That's number one. You're going to look at, say, the Minister of National Planning, ex-Minister of Finance, ex-Deputy Governor of the Central Bank, in charge of the Planning Ministry. You cannot say that such a gentleman and his staff do not know what they are doing. Okay? You cannot suggest in any way that they're not acting in the best interest of Nigeria.